And so you go over to the church for Mass and then come back and have classes?
You came here first, and then you went, processed over, had Mass, and came back. Yeah.
Okay.
Every day. It was nice. So that's a fond memory.
Yes.
You know, I look and I think some of the things that we got to do here, it's really unfortunate they don't have the school and we don't have the numbers anymore.
Right, yeah.
Because you really do learn to love your faith by growing up in a school like this.
Are there any memories from your time in school here that particularly stand out that you think back on how much fun you had, or was there something funny that happened or silly that happened sometime?
Yeah. I was sort of a quiet child. You know, I didn't go out for sports or play ball or anything, but I think I got along with everyone pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have any knockdown fights.
Oh, well, that's good.
I will tell you one thing I remember. This has nothing to do with my school days, but I was an adult already. See, I took music lessons from the Sisters of Providence, and I started like in the first grade. And as the years went along, the lady that played the organ, she retired, and so the sisters sort of had me fill in for.
So if there were sisters, was there a convent here too? Where would the
The convent was at 4th and Poplar.
Okay.
Where that, now there's a medical building there.
Okay.
And there was an alley, and so the sisters would walk up the alley. And there was a sister in every classroom,
Okay.
every grade, and a principal.
Okay. And
Sisters of Providence.
so Sisters of Providence. Okay.
Yeah. Lots of sisters. We didn't have any lay teachers. They really did it all. Some were nice and some weren't.
Some with the stereotypical
Yes.
whack your
Yes.
knuckles with the ruler.
Yeah, and they really did that. They were really strict. However, their education was beyond all. They really made sure you learned. Yeah, they were sticklers. And then I didn't like it, but you know, as you grow older, you really appreciate it, what all they really did do. So and my brothers and I, all three of us went here all 8 years,
Okay.
and then we went to Schulte. They used to tell us the sisters had, when we were like first, second, third, and fourth, because when they taught us, they had the blinders and the full habit. They used to tell us they had eyes in the back of their head, and so these little kids always believed it. You had to be like in 5th or 6th grade before you knew. So there were a lot of funny stories about that.
Yeah, I really remember the sisters, how good they were, and the priests coming over and teaching religion and everything like that. We were fortunate to have them.
8th grade, there was always a picnic for 8th graders at Deming Park, and I always remember looking forward to that. They took the whole 8th grade class, because I went to grade school here, 1st through 8th grade.
How many classmates did you have for 8th grade? Do you remember?
I probably had 12 or 13,
Okay.
maybe more,
Okay.
15.
So.
My brother's class had like 25,
Wow.
and he was 1 year ahead of me.
Okay.
I think maybe I had 15 to 20.
Okay.
I have the picture. I should have counted. Should have counted.
But then, so if you're talking about that size of an 8th grade class graduating, and then you have a 7th grade, which is similar, we're talking packing
Yeah.
35, 40, 45
yeah.
kids in these classrooms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be like this was first, the whole side of this room was first, the whole side was second. It was all desk nailed down. And so they'd teach the 1st grade, give them an assignment, come teach the 2nd. It was very structured, I guess you'd say. Not a lot of fun things.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a real respect, like for the priest. Like if father came in the room, everybody had to stand up at the same time, bow and say, "Good morning, Father." So it was quite different when you think about it.
Right, yes.
Yeah, different culture, different time. We used to have programs down in the Gregorian room, which wasn't the Gregorian room then. But yeah, we had programs down there, and parents would come. Seemed like there was a lot more, when I was here, a lot more parent involvement
Okay.
with the students. But back then, not everybody worked either.
Right.
Most of the moms did not work.
Right.
I mean, mine did, but my grandma didn't, so. But most of them did not work. Most of them were really involved, helping sisters, and yeah.
And so, and you said the basketball team, so that would have been upstairs in the gym.
Yeah.
And then
The stage was up there.
right. So were you involved with plays as well?
Up there. They weren't like master productions. They were just little things. But yeah, they had a good basketball team, and there were a lot of grade schools then, though. Every parish had a grade school when I was going to school.
Okay. So there was a
And so-
St. Ben's and a St. Pat's and
The St. Margaret Mary's and Sacred Heart, St. Anne's, they all had schools.
okay.
St. Leonard's, West Terre Haute.
Okay.
And so we would all, they'd all play each other.
So after you graduated from the school here, then did you go to Schulte?
No, unfortunately, Schulte wasn't going yet.
Okay.
I attended high school at St. Patrick's all-grade school, and that was, you know where the St. Patrick's School is now? We were on the top floor. We went to, in fact, when we were ready to graduate from high school, our graduation took place in the old St. Patrick's Church that was located at 13th and Poplar there.
Okay.
That was a long time ago.
So Schulte was at a Catholic high school then?
Yes.
Okay.
It was Catholic high school. I started there in '60. And when I was a freshman, the class that graduated that year was the first class to be there 4 years.
Okay.
So it wasn't very old when I went there. But if you close the Catholic high school, you know, parents send their kids to Catholic grade school because then they can continue. Yeah, so I think that kind of killed it. I think it kind of, you know, vocations aren't as many as they were either when we were little.
Right.
So you have to have a feeder system.
Yes.
Doesn't work otherwise.
What is one of your favorite memories of St. Joe's?
That I actually got to graduate from high school in St. Joe's. I was in the very last class of Schulte High School, which was supposed to have been the 78 class, but we graduated a year early in the summer. So the 77 kids had already graduated. So we graduated in July. And there was only 20 of us, and we had a baccalaureate service immediately followed by commencement.
I think my favorite memory was attending the school and having the Sisters of Providence teach us. And then we had the Franciscan friars that were in the office building, and they would come over and teach us religion
Okay.
every day.
Every
Yeah.
day?
So we were close to the Franciscans all through, and Sisters of Providence too.